Oh, hey, yeah, Jairo, let me get a beer too, dude.
This ain't a beer, fool.
Hey, what is it then?
It's a can of beans because we're about to start spilling the frijoles.
Oh.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jairo.
And I'm Brian.
And we are the Mexican Ways.
Dang, Jairo, season 2. Did you hear that little rolita?
Dude, that beat was dope, dog.
Hey, man. Hey, big shout out to Swift. Thank you, man.
Thank you,
Making
Swift.
that beat for us. It was super
Dude,
literal.
I'm so excited, man. I'm so happy to be back. I know it's been a while.
It has.
A lot of things going on in the world, but I am happy to be back.
You know, guys, and it's going to be great. Season 2, be ready for it. We got a lot of stuff coming your ways. Good artists, good musicians, good actors, influencers, more drama, crazier times, guys. And you know what? It's going to be it's going to be funner for sure. You guys want to know why? Let's start off by celebrating, Heido.
Oh, yeah. I like
Let's
that.
take a shot to show you guys what season 2 is going to be about. All right, guys? So,
all right, let's do it. You got shot glasses too? Oh, you came prepared.
Here you go, man.
Oh, wow. All right.
And if you're hearing this on the radio in your car, remember, you guys can look at this, right? Because we're doing this live.
Let me pour it out.
There you go. So, yeah, guys, Spilling the Frijoles season 2, be ready. It's going to be super dope.
So, Brian,
we got a lot of stuff.
Don Julio 70, he went up in price. Look at this fool.
Sure did, man.
All right, well, hold on. I gotta get a little something for this, even though
we gotta get one to Fabian. Where's?
Oh yeah. Oh, Fabian, we're sorry, bro. We forgot about you.
Yeah.
You have your shot glass?
Can you believe that, Fabian? This is how he's starting season 2.
Is it cool if I bring one?
Yes. Yes, you can bring one.
Yeah,
yes,
Fabian, it's totally, dude. How do you forget about that food?
Honestly, I totally forgot.
He's the man that makes it happen.
Yes.
Here, give him the bottle.
I want to thank Fabian for always right now helping us out on everything we do. He's the man behind the lens. He's the one that keeps us intact with everything, and I appreciate that, Fabian. So this is a shot for you. So my bad, I forgot.
Here he goes. And honestly, if you guys are at home watching this, we hope you guys can join us too, because this was all possible because of you guys.
Yes, salute to that.
So
Let me just drink a little bit of my chaser.
Salud, Fabian. And salud, Jairo. Mm-hmm. And guys, to season 2 being dope style. Here we go. Salud.
Now that's how you feel goosebumps in your body, homie.
So, Jairo, how you doing, fool?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. I haven't got sick. So that's a good thing. Yeah.
That's a good thing. Yeah, it's been a while. I know. This is still happening. It's getting worse.
But hey, you know what? I'm not going to lie. I've been gambling a little bit by like going out.
You've gone gambling?
And literally, I've gone gambling too. So yeah.
How's that?
It's actually, I feel like it's clean as hell.
Okay.
Like literally clean as hell. Like
cleaner than it was before?
Yes, I feel like it's 10 times cleaner than it was before, because now they don't allow people to smoke cigarettes at all either. I'm not hating on the people who smoke cigarettes, you know, that's your thing, but
that seriously?
Yeah, you can't smoke cigarettes in the casinos right now. No one can.
That's dope.
You can drink, but you can't smoke.
You know what? I'm sorry, smokers, but I just don't like it. Like that's the one thing I hate about Vegas, is that they let you smoke, and I just hate smelling like that.
Yeah.
Like I notice when I get back home, like all my clothes smells like it.
That's why I never dress up at casinos.
Yeah.
I always go like in
raggedy
That's crazy.
Clothes. So you're going out. You're over the quarantine.
I'm be real. I'm going out, but I'm keeping myself safe. So I look like I guess you can say, you know, like those like scientists are like over radiation and shit. I wear like I would wear pants. I don't care if it's hot. I wear pants. I wear a long sleeve shirt.
Hazmat suit.
Hazmat suit.
Hazmat suit. Yeah, like that. That's how I go.
You should get
gloves,
one,
everything. Yeah.
And then have your girl like water you down when you get home.
Yeah, I know, huh? You know what's funny? My girl, every time I get home, like even after, like right after this, I have to Lysol my whole body.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. I mean, if you guys,
have to.
My girl's pretty, same thing. We've been staying home, honestly. We haven't really been going out. They just started opening up restaurants, so we've been trying it. And like Bill said, which Bill is here, guys. He's behind the camera right there.
Shout out to Bill.
Shout out to Bill.
Season 2.
There it is. Like it's not the same. It's totally different. Like it's totally different. Restaurants are so like, everyone's just edgy. That's what I feel about this whole thing. Everyone's edgy. Like everyone's like, if you just even cough, they're like looking at you all weird already. Yeah. You know, and it's like sometimes you just have to cough because it's dry in the air or whatever. Your throat's dry. It doesn't mean you're sick. Yeah. You know, and that's the crazy part. Like everyone's edgy, dude. They're obviously you have your people like me that kind of don't care. Like I'm just like, yo, I'm fine, and you know, like I think if I get it, I'll be okay. Like I've said before.
Do you care if you see someone sneeze?
Nah, because I get it. Like, dude, there's allergies. You know, basically, like, before, like, when we weren't doing podcasts, like, it was allergy season, you know, the springs and all that. So, I mean, I get allergies, so I'm not judging people if they're sneezing. I'm like, hey, maybe there's allergies. Maybe
I will hope at least he covers his mouth.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, dude. I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. We're good. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. So, guys, the podcast is gonna be totally different. You guys gonna adjust to. You guys are gonna love it. I guarantee you guys. So, Fabian's up. What you got for us, Fabian?
So I got the news for today. Are you guys ready?
What is it?
So have you heard about this Andres Guardado guy?
Yes.
Yes. Have you guys? So there's this guy that was 18 years old. He's a man, you could say. So no one really knows what's going on, what happened with him, but he was shot dead. He was 6 rounds that he got shot, and he was at work, but he didn't have his uniform. He works as a security guard.
Yeah.
So there's a deputy who was a sheriff. He saw him, I guess, at his work, and they shot him dead. But no one really knows what happened.
Yeah.
But his parents and like his family are saying that it was set up.
Yeah.
The whole thing was set up. That the gun that they found that was on the ground, they set him up, and they don't know what it is exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not his gun.
That's what they're saying. But the cops are saying that it
was his and stuff. So I mean, I think about this whole thing. I mean, someone died, you know, and it was someone's, you know, he was young. What was he? How old is he?
18.
18. He's super young, dude. Yeah. So I'm sure his parents are devastated. I can't even imagine, you know, me losing my son. So something's not right here. I just think they're really like, I think the most sketchiest thing about what I read is that the body counts were destroyed. Is that true?
Body counts?
Yeah, like the all the video shit was destroyed.
The videos, yeah, they took all the security cameras and everything that was destroyed.
And destroyed. Yeah. Okay, that's the sketchiest thing about this whole thing.
It was destroyed, yeah, just
okay, but they're not releasing it. I guess what it is. So my thing is,
I did see video footage. I did see video footage online that it was like someone were detached and it did look like it was kind of broken. I did see video footage of all of that.
So that's the thing. If that's true, then if that part of it is true, then this is super sketchy, dude. And really, we need to know what's happening with Andres Guardado. And I would stand behind that all day, dude. But the only thing, like, I know this is kind of like what Jairo thinks, and I think too, because we have a lot of cop friends, dude. And if someone's waving that pistol that he had, bro, I mean, fool, I'm gonna be scared for my life. So it's me and him, right?
Yeah. So
that's the thing that I would say is, like, if that comes out in video later that he's pointing a gun at the cops, then I get what happened, and it's kind of hard to be like. I mean, I still think it's devastating that this person's life was lost and everything, but it's like, you know, it sucks. It's a thing that maybe he didn't make the right decision at that time. But if that's not the case, and I hope it's not, then dude, fuck that. You know, that's bullshit. And I think the most important thing is, like, I know what people are chanting for and protesting for is, let's see the tapes. We want to know what the fuck happened here.
I agree. And yeah, like you said, there's not like enough evidence to prove what's wrong and what's right. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you know, there's nothing we can do. It just makes it hard to kind of like see which side of the story is right, is what's wrong. My main thing is it sucks, you know, prayers to the family that, you know, now lost their son. And I always go by, let's just wait till the evidence comes out to see what really happened. And hopefully there's enough evidence to prove one way or another. I don't know which way it's going to go, but my prayers are just to the family because it's a devastating loss no matter how you put it, you know. Mm-hmm. But man, I always just say I hope it's really what the parents are saying. I hope it's really like, you know, he's a security guard, this thing was planned. Like, I hope it's that way. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying anything bad on the cops or anything. I don't like to hear sad stories like that. So if one or the other, whoever is bad, I hope it's like really that. And I'm not saying it in a mean way where it's like I'm bashing on cops. I just hope that it doesn't turn out that. I know it sounds bad.
It sounds that way.
It sounds like I'm choosing a side, right?
Yeah.
That's what I sound. I just hope the story is accurate when the evidence comes out, and that's it.
I mean, I think either way it goes.
I'm gonna say it the other way too. I'll say it the other way too. If the real way of, like, no, it's proven fact that the kid did have that illegal firearm, that maybe he did flash it at the cops, then I'm gonna say that was bad on the kid. He shouldn't be doing things like
and that's
that.
what I was just saying. I think either way, it's just bad. You know, either way it goes, it's going to be bad. Someone's life was lost, and it sucks. But you know what? If the other way, if it goes the other way, where, like you're saying, the parents, then, dude, something does need to be done about these cops, bro. Because this is bad. Like, they destroyed evidence, and it's crazy, bro. Like, if it's that route, you know, there's a lot of stuff. But, you know, we'll touch on that later. That's for another episode or something, Jairo. Yeah. But you got something else, Fabian? Because usually we're going to do something else, you say.
Yeah, I got something else. This actually just happened this morning. There was a Mexico earthquake in Oaxaca. I know it was a 7.4.
Today?
Yeah, today, this morning.
Damn. Yeah. Seriously? Like right now?
Yeah. So we don't know the deaths count yet, but
Wow.
Yeah, it just happened this morning.
Wow.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I've been on my phone. I haven't seen that yet. That is crazy. 7.4. That's pretty big.
Dude, Mexico has been hit with a lot of crazy big earthquakes, man.
Damn, I hope everyone's fine, dude.
Yeah,
That's
seriously.
crazy. That's crazy. I hope my prayers go out to Mexico out there.
Yeah. Prayers to you guys, seriously.
For sure, man. We'll see if there are any GoFundMe, anything like that.
Let us know.
help 'em
Let us
out.
know if there's any
For
way we
sure.
can help you guys out with anything Mexican Ways can do. You know, we got you guys' back. Okay?
That's our motherland, man. That's our motherland. And guys, with that, we're going to go into a quick little break, and then we'll be back, right, guys? With today's topic, is, are people going to change? It has to do with everything we kind of just talked about, like the whole, Black Lives Matter, the quarantine, like what we said, earlier. Like, are things going to change? Are people going to change? Are people changing already? And that's why we're going to touch on, and we'll talk about it when we get back, guys. All right, we'll be back. Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to Spilling the Frijoles today. Just want to give a big thanks to all of you guys. Hey, if you guys haven't seen the visuals of this podcast, don't forget you can always watch it on YouTube. Also, you can hear our podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, Google Play, iHeartRadio, all that good stuff, guys.
And also, don't forget to follow us on our platforms. We are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, you name it. We're there at Mexican Ways.
Y no se les olvide that we have our website, MexicanGueys.net, where you can get all this information, and we have our merchandise también. If you guys want una camiseta or whatever you guys want, it's all in there, guys. Thank you guys. Like always, feel free to message us. Feel free to do whatever, guys. We're here for you guys.
And like Brian said, guys, thank you for the love and support. And now, let's get back to spilling the frijoles. And we're back!
Yes, we are. And we're going to get straight to it, because I really think that it's going to, we're going to have a lot to say.
Well, I think so, yes. I think so.
So the topic today is, are people going to change? And what do I mean by that? Just to be a little bit more specific, it's like, do you think the world is changing because of all the stuff that's happening today?
Okay.
Like, with everything. Like, I'm saying, do you think, it's changing, the restaurant people with the cleanliness and all that, or social distancing? Like, do you think people are really going to change that? And also with, the racism, which that's a bigger one, you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And all that. That's basically so in a nutshell, do you think people are going to change?
Well, let's touch on the COVID first, because I think the racism might be a little bigger conversation. So COVID thing. So are people going to be more clean? Are they going to wash their hands? Are they going to cover their mouth when they're sneezing? Are they going to stop sharing cups? Because, I can go out for days. It's called germs and everything. And that's a big play, okay? Because obviously, that my girl's trying to be a nurse, so she teaches me about how dirty stuff can be, okay? Mm-hmm. Door handles, everything you touch in this world is dirty almost, okay, if you put it down. And are people going to change? As of now, people are changing, but I feel it's going to go back to normal. Mm-hmm. I feel like you're going to start sitting next to people again. People are just going to be sick. It'll be a cough. It'll be whatever. Because you know why? I believe that it'll go back to normal because there's such thing as vaccines.
Okay.
So vaccines help for you not to be too afraid of, what's going on.
Yeah. So what about so you don't think that people will take this change and keep it going, like washing their hands?
Yeah.
That's a thing you should do all the time, they say.
I don't think so. I think there's going to be people that don't wash their hands, and I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, and I'd be guilty too, dude. I don't think that to answer that question, I don't think people in that that realm and everything of the whole COVID-19, everything that's happening with this, it happens every year. It happened with the Spanish flu and everything. History just is going to repeat itself. And I think, I see it now. It's people still go to the restaurant and they don't care. Food, they're coughing, they're doing what they want.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of that. I'm not washing my hands. I just, I think a lot has to do with it is people are over it, bro.
Yeah.
People are just done and they don't care. They just want to go back to the way things are. So I don't think no matter how bad COVID-19 or the future, influenza that can happen, the future one that might be even worse than COVID-19, I don't think will change people. Okay. I think it has to be bad, fool. Where it wipes out half the population and people will be scared shitless. Yeah. For them to be okay, we're done. I'm staying home for the rest of my life kind of shit. Yeah. It has to be bad for people to change.
I feel, this is a funny joke. I feel like, the germophobics, they're loving life right now. Hell yeah, finally people washing their hands, wearing masks and everything.
Probably,
so I feel like they're loving it. But you know what? Look, for the people that are watching this, comment below. Let us know what you think. Do you think people are changing on the whole COVID thing? Comment below and let us know.
Let us know, guys. What do you guys, have you guys changed, actually? I'm actually curious about that, too. And so what about the other side, Heido? What about racism? This is a tougher one, for sure.
Okay. So, Grayson, with everything that's going on right now, the George Floyd thing and the protesting going on, I want to say one thing real quick just to top this off. Like, I get the whole protesting that happened. I get it. And I understand for it. And I understand why they did it. Okay, I get it. But, COVID-19 is, that's still in effect. So that whole protesting could have infested a lot of other people too.
Well, I mean, I think it is happening. There's been a big spike.
Yeah, it's going up again. Okay, so this is where I would just have to say I disagree with the protest when this is happening, but I understand why it happened, and I'm for it. But hey, you're in risk.
Be ready.
Now, to talk about what you're saying, I believe in my mind, and I hope
it's a tough question.
It's a tough question. I believe in my mind, and I'll say this to people who are looking at me. I'm gonna say it right to the camera. I hope things change, but I don't think it's gonna happen in our lifetime. I think it's very hard to make that change in 5 years, 10 years. It's gonna take tons of years.
Why do you think it's hard?
Because I believe that old school people still teach their old school ways to the new school people that are getting born, and sometimes you're gonna take some of it, and you're gonna take some of what you think it's right, and you're gonna disagree with, and some people are gonna be like, oh, I agree with my dad's opinion on this, or I agree with this person, and you're gonna take that, you're gonna take it that way.
Meaning that they're like kind of what? They're spreading racism?
Yeah, I would say like you still have the old schoolers that implanted in your head like, hey, it's good to date your culture type of thing. And it starts there.
Well,
it starts there.
Yeah, because you know what? That's my thing. Like for me to answer that question, do I think the world's going to change? Like, do I think people are changing? I think some people are changing. Like, I do think people are changing, but I also think like people are not. I think it's a half and half kind of thing.
I think people don't care.
I think it's going to go back. I think things will go back within 2 years or something. You know what? I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope I'm wrong, but I think there's going to be another case of this, you know, and I think we're going to see another like whole thing again, like someone's, poster of somebody saying like, yo, his life mattered, or, like I can't breathe shit. Like, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I swear, honest to God, I hope I'm wrong, but I just think this stuff is just going to be happening because there's, we see a lot of good, but there's also a lot of bad still happening. There's a lot of racist people out there, bro. Look at Bubba from NASCAR.
They took the Confederate flag away. Though.
I know, and that big ups to NASCAR. We love we worked with NASCAR for many years, 4 years to be exact, and we saw it. And you know what's funny is Jairo and I, like, we're minority. People call us, we're the minority. We're Latinos, and our parents weren't born in the U.S. So we're kind of we are minority, and it's crazy when we go in there, like we would see this and we'd be like, it does hit you. You're just like, yo, that's crazy seeing that flag there. Like that's nuts. Like, and it's just nice to know that NASCAR is gonna stand up to this.
Yeah, like don't bring that flag around anymore.
It's just it's crazy. It's crazy seeing that, and then Bubba, seeing the noose in his garage. It's like, dude, it's crazy times right now. Like racism is out there, bro.
Yeah, it is.
And it's not going away. I truly don't think it's going away because those people that are doing this, like, they're going to have kids and they're going to raise their kids this way.
Yeah.
I believe that in order for this to stop, needs to start with raising your kids.
Yes.
And unfortunately, there's people out there that just are not going to do that.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It's literally, and they're always going to say it starts with us. It starts with us. And then from there, your kids.
So it does. And I agree with that. So, how would you? I mean, would you raise your kid? How would you raise your kid?
I would raise my kid.
Like, let's say you had a kid right now that's 10 years old. Like, what would you tell him about what's going on right now?
If I had a kid that's 10 years old and tell him everything that's going on, I would explain to him why it's going on, and then I guess I would have to go back into history and explain to like why this is happening now. Like why everyone's doing the protesting because of the minorities and because of white privilege, and we can go on for days, right? But obviously he's 10 years old. That's a lot of information to grasp at that age too. And it's just like, to me, it's like, I'm just going to tell my kid like, hey man, you do whatever you want to do that you think it's right. I'm just letting you know any decisions you make. I'll tell him what I feel is wrong because obviously racism is bad, right? So I'll tell him like, you're supposed to love everyone the same no matter what. It's equal all around. Doesn't matter if you're a girl, guy, black, blue, purple, green. Doesn't matter what color you are. hey, treat everyone the same. Unless you see a monster coming at you, then hey, back off, because I'm talking about like a monster like aliens. I don't know what race they are, but I'm just saying, like, treat everyone the same, equal no matter what, and love everybody. So how about you? You asked me about if my imaginary 10-year-old boy, but
Well, hey, I'm curious.
you and your kid, how are you gonna, teach him different?
His mom, Elena's my girl. She pretty much, dude, she's like a big activist when it comes to all this, and she has shown me a lot, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like she's changed me a lot, so I am part of this change, and because I get it, like, I get everything that's happening with the people, and it sucks and it's fucked up being like just judged and off just your skin color, off being a minority. Like, even we go through that, and we do. It's just, I noticed that our culture, bro, really doesn't pay attention to it. Like, Mexicanos, Latinos really kind of just don't care, and I've known that because I've asked my dad about this, and he said like, I don't care, I don't make it a big deal. It's what he says.
Okay.
So me,
you go by experience.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. But me, like with bashing, like I'll kind of tell him that too. Like, I don't know, dude. I try not to make things a big deal, and that's kind of what I see. And I'm not trying to say it's not like don't make it a big deal. No, it's not right. Period. So I will raise bashing that way. I will tell him like, yo, this is not cool. This is not right. Don't be this way. The only thing that I will say that I know that is probably not right that I do, but I mean, I have my reason behind it, is that I would want him to date a Latina, and it has nothing to do with the other cultures. It has nothing to do with it.
Explain why.
I just would like him to date a Latina because I just feel that at the end for him, it's going to be like a smoother process. Because we have the same culture, we have the same beliefs, they're probably gonna want to baptize. They're probably both Catholics. You get what I'm saying? Like, if she dates a Mexicana, like, well, we are the same thing, and you can tell right off the bat, like when you start dating, like, oh, we have the same, we're the same culture, everything. You get what I'm saying? So to me, it's like I would like him to really kind of enjoy that, like see what it's about.
Are you big on your religion?
I'm not. I've said this in the past. Oh,
so then why does it matter?
That was just an example I gave you. It didn't matter. If he doesn't want to baptize his kid, I don't care.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I'm saying. If he decides, like, if he comes to me and he brings like a black girl home, like, I'm not gonna say, hey, don't date her. Like, don't do that shit. I would never say that. I probably will tell him like, hey, mijo, like, why don't you get yourself a Latina? Just the way my dad would tell me. Just because I would prefer that too, because I would want his girlfriend, if my parents, God willing, are still alive, to communicate. Like, because my mom doesn't really talk good English. So I would want him or her, his girlfriend, to be able to talk to my mom, because that's important. Okay. You know how important my mom is.
Okay, so I get that. Cool. But you would... Okay, so I get that, because, I mean, that's the reason why I'm also probably dating a Latina, because I want the communication with my parents, right?
Right.
But now let's talk about this, though. Like... it sucks to say this. Eventually, our parents are going to pass away. They're going to be gone, right?
Of course.
So it's going to be now you and your wife, and it's going to be your kid. I feel like you speak both languages, so to me, that shouldn't matter no more. It sucks to say. I
get that.
You want them to communicate with your mom. That's the most beautifulest thing ever. Because
that's just another reason, though.
Yeah, I get
There's more. Like, to me, it's just, I would just prefer it. And I can't really tell you why. Like, there's many reasons, but I really can't say like this is why. I would just prefer for him to date a Latina. That's it. I just and it really is nothing towards other cultures. It's not. I don't care. Like, because honestly, at the end of the day, I want my son to be happy. That's all I want. And if he fucking loves, like, let's even go this route. If he ends up saying like, Dad, I like this guy, then fuck it. He likes this guy. What am I gonna do? I can't do shit, bro.
You know, does it have to be a Latino guy?
Yeah, at least give me that. No, I wouldn't care, man. Honestly, at that point, like, it's my son's happiness. It's you be happy, mijo, and that's it. So I just would prefer that you date a Latina.
I see your point.
A Mexicana, too.
I feel like I feel like what you're trying to say, just to kind of make it sound not so much like it has to be a Latino. What it sounds like is you like the culture behind the Latino community.
I like... Because you know what? My thing is, it's like maybe someone that's not part of the code, like, let's just give like an Asian, for example. Like, she comes in, she's not going to know how we celebrate Christmas. She's not going to like, and it might be fun and dope for the teacher and all that and be like, look, this is cool. And he learns her side of it. I can get all that and I get it. But my thing is, I would tell my son, wouldn't you just want to like do the same thing. Like I'm sure like probably the celebration for like maybe I don't know, just example like for Chinese New Year might be dope, and I might love it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna take nothing like that away. I can't really answer why, like I said, but I would just prefer a Latina. Yeah.
It's just a preference you have.
Yeah,
that's it.
And that's what I'm saying. So me, I don't know if I'm like not helping with the change or if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, you know. But that's just the way I would be, dude. That's the way I would be. And honestly, like if people say like, well, yeah, that's part of you're part of the problem because you're kind of like, you know, why does it care? Well, then I would ask people this, you know, I'd be like, do you guys think like cop shit is gonna change? Like, how do you think cops are going to be in the future, in the next 5 years, like with the training and everything? Like, do you think they really, like, for example, I'll ask you this, Heido. I'll ask you this, bro. If you're a cop, bro, if you are a cop, okay, and you get a call of like a suspicious car in Glendale, okay, it's a black Mercedes, that's all they know. They don't, what does the person look like? Oh, I couldn't see it had tinted windows. And you see two cars, and you're able to see because you're a cop now. You're seeing the car, and you see two cars, and one of them is a black person, and another one, it's a white person. Who will you pull over?
Who would I pull over?
Yeah.
I'll go by the one that's most suspicious.
Okay, so I mean they both make normal lefts. You're about to lose them. They're about to split up. Who are you gonna follow?
I'm gonna have to follow the one that I felt by judging is most suspicious. So if it's the white guy, I'll pull over the white guy. Suspicious. If it's the black guy, I'll pull over the black guy. Suspicious. Doesn't matter what race you are. Suspicious. One flicks a booger out of his window, I'm going to follow him. If it's a white guy or a black guy, I'm going to follow him.
Okay. And the only thing I say is...
So that's where you...
A cop will answer you this way, okay? A cop will answer you this way. He'll say, based on stats that there is, like in California and Los Angeles, the black community is up there. I think they're like in the 50s or in the 40s. Latinos are next. So he'd say like, I just have to go with the stats. And that's the problem, though. That's the problem. And the thing is... If you keep going after this person, then the stat is going to keep going up.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the, like, how is this training going to change? Or is a cop really going to change?
I think it goes down to a lot of judgment, man. It's just a matter of like, you know, I mean, it's hard, man. It's hard to say, but it's literally your judgment. It's literally like you looking at the situation and how to analyze it. I think they need to teach people how to become better at that instead of just executing it.
All right, what if it's a cholo and it's a white person?
Cholo and a white person?
Yeah, like he's bald.
So a cholo's tattoo in his forehead. A cholo's not a race, right?
It's not.
Okay,
but you can't judge him.
But a cholo is a
he just likes how he likes a cholo look.
A cholo is a gang, right?
No, it's not. It's not. It's just a look.
It's a look.
It's what it is. So like a skater
they call it the cholo look, right? I will have to do judgment again. I would literally have to do judgment again. I have to.
Who would you pull over?
I have to. You're giving me no choice. I'm gonna go by stats then at that point. But if I'm trying to be a better,
I'm telling you, you have to choose. You're a cop, so you have to do your job.
If you're giving me no choice,
and they're not doing anything suspicious, you just see the two black cars. Who are you gonna pull over?
Correct. You're putting me in a predicament where I have to answer one. Yeah. Okay. If you're giving me no choice, I'm going by stats. If I have bad judgment, I'm going by stats. Yeah. And the stats will be a cholo.
And that's the part that I say is how do you judge a cop?
You gotta be trained on how to do better judgment. And
how though?
I don't know. That's how do psychologists, people do what they do today? How do doctors do what you gotta more training, more years, more this, more everything, you know?
They're actually making it harder to get into the police.
There you go.
So you got
right, and that's the thing. Like I think that's a good thing.
So I don't know if people heard that,
but their pay better go up. So this whole thing about defunding, like it's kind of crazy. Like that's what I told my girl. I was like, how you gonna train a cop longer and start teaching them about like the psychological shit of like what a person's doing or what you should do? Yo, me being a cop, I better fucking get paid more. Yeah. If you want me to make the right decision and risk my life, not shoot anyone wherever I feel in danger, then I better get more money. I think that's what it is. I mean, I don't want to be a cop then. If I have to do that much and I'm living like I'm gonna essentially risk my life for somebody that like I don't know if I'm pulling this person over and I just have to like assume that they're not doing anything wrong, and then they start charging me, and it's like, what? I don't want to be a cop. I don't want to be a cop.
Then that profession's not for you, but there's other people that are going to want to. You get what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? We would have to, ask a cop or something.
Just like there's doctors, lawyers, everything. Someone eventually is going to be like, oh, that's going to pay more. I want to be a cop. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Your life is in danger. It's hard to make a decision in instinct. It's look, I think it's fucking hard to be a cop. End of story.
Oh, for sure.
You have to do so much judgment in life, and it sucks to say it. Some can come off super racist though. Some by just default will be black guy.
I just
Black guy.
That's so
Black guy.
So going back like to the whole thing that we're talking about, like I just think that's why I think that it's going to be a tough road for people to really change. And this goes for like the cops, for people like even with the whole COVID-19, like just with everything, the racism, like people just don't like change. I've seen that, like people legit don't like change, bro. They hate it. And I wish that wasn't a thing, because that's how you grow and that's how you become a better person.
People are comfortable.
Usually it tends to be with the older crowd, because my dad, I'll speak for that fool. He is pretty open-minded now, like with me just after years. Like this has been like 10 years of
Do you like change?
Me, you know what? I'm part of that statistics too. Like I'm okay with change. Like I'm for it, but if I'm happy with something, I'll be like, I like the way this has been for this long, so I'm gonna keep it this way.
You're a comfortable person. You don't like to take a different route if possible.
I do. I'm always like, if it's gonna be easier, if it just makes sense, then yeah, I'm up for that change.
So this is your chance then to make that change for your kids, for everyone. Now this is your. But I just
gave you the things. Is it easier? Is it gonna be good? Is it gonna?
You're talking about people.
Do you get what I'm saying?
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna take time, and we'll be dead by that time, and our kids will probably be dead by that time. I don't think it's going to happen in 10 years, 20 years.
So one thing I can tell you for sure, see, then this is where it would start. Like, had I been like my pops, and my dad's a great person, by the way. Like, he's dope. My dad is dope. And it's funny. I hate like saying this because I feel like I'm putting him in a bad spot, but not at all. Had I been like my dad, my son would probably be growing up like with these weird thoughts of like, like don't date within the culture, like period. Or it's like, oh, these certain cultures, like you can't, like, we don't get along, shit like that. Food, it exists. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This shit does exist. And it's like asking my dad, like, why do you think that? Like, did you have a bad experience with someone? And you know what? And this is a whole nother thing that we can even have my dad here. It's like, he went through tough time in Burbank High. He went through his fucking, like, his racism, fool. And so he is mad. He is mad at the world. He's saying, like, do you know what it was like for me to be at Burbank High? Like, I was a spick. I was a wetback. We didn't go through that. So we don't know, So that's to defend his cause, He went through that shit. And he tells me all the time, like, it was hard for him, fool. Like, he was like, it was tough. Like, I would go home and I would cry and I'll be like, why? Like, what the fuck? Like, I talk good English. Like, why are they calling me? They didn't care at that time. Those are the days he lived in the 70s or 80s, when he graduated from Burbank High. He said, so when I go to Burbank High, it was like 50% Latinos, 40% Armenian, and probably like 8% white, like very low percentage of blacks. That's what I went through. I don't know if it was the same around for you.
Yeah.
When my dad went to it, he said it was like 95% white and like 5% Latinos. So every single person that went to Latino at Burbank High was just getting hated on. Racism.
Yeah.
It was real. So am I excusing them? No, but we can teach them. And I'll teach them. I'll tell them, like, hey, pa, don't think like that anymore. It's fucked up, but that's what I'm going through. People say, like, hey, MexicanGueys, how come you guys don't speak up? Why don't you guys say shit about this whole racism? And it's because I'm dealing with it. I have to talk to my dad, and I have to tell that fool, like, don't think that way anymore. It's hard, fool. It's fucking hard, and people just don't know. People will not change. People will be quick to tell you, like, yo, guys, like, you guys should speak up about this. And it's like, we'll get there. We'll get there. Let me fucking deal with my shit first. Yeah. Let me deal with my parents, my dad, teaching him how to be a good person. And he is a good person, but, like, don't think like that anymore, Pops. And he is. He's doing a good job, and I'm proud of him. I'm really proud of him. But that's what I'm dealing with, And is the world going to change? Of course it is, because here I am now changed. My son's going to be a great kid, and it should go the good route. Okay, and that's tough. It's tough to talk about that because I just feel bad for my dad because of what I've been saying about him in this episode. When I know how good he is, like, he's a dope-ass dude, for sure. And you know that. I mean,
of course.
Hey, I know that.
Yeah,
I'm a white dude, and I would have no idea. It's where your dad grew up and when. Your dad's evolved. Your dad is the greatest.
I mean, I wish I could say he is, but he does he does say certain shit that I'm like, yo, that's wrong, pops.
Right, but that's his generation. That doesn't mean it means the same thing as some white asshole who's marching down the street and calling names and stuff. So
yeah, but had I had that anger towards my dad, I could have not been part of the change. I could have been like, you know what, Dad, what you went through, fuck that. Then you know what? Yeah, you're right. Fuck those people. I don't fucking trust them either. Or you know, like the shit he went, and then I teach my son that, like. And that's what people are doing. And that's why ultimately I'm skeptical about change. You know, it's like it needs to start. Like I wish people really saw like it's not cool, you know, and it's tough, dude, because it does exist out there.
No one knows what you went through.
It's just no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, it's about the change. It's like it's people just don't see it, and they're just gonna continue doing the same thing with their kids, and it's just gonna it's gonna keep happening. Like we were saying, how this whole, you know, is like that's what I think. That's what I think.
I get it, and that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be many years from now. It's gonna be many years from now. But just know that at least you tried.
Okay, so the one thing I say about that, and we're gonna have to wrap it up soon. But the one thing I say about that, and this is because that's why it's a tough topic, is I don't get any good out of that. Like my girl says, like, yeah, it starts from you. Like you do it. And I was like, well, what good does it do? Like I don't feel good about it. I don't see me making a difference, and you can't say anything about that. That's how I feel. That's it. Period.
Bastion.
I mean, I'm not gonna live it enough to see for maybe if God willing. What if I don't? What if I don't see it? Like, what good did that do?
You can't be selfish. You just gotta hope.
It's not self. It has nothing to do with selfishness. It's just the way I see it is. I wish I can say that. Boom, we saw the change. Okay, cool. I want to be part of that shit. Let's do it.
You're seeing little changes now. You're seeing them.
Am I really?
Yes, you are.
I'm seeing what's happening in the world, but I'm telling you, I think it's going to go all back to normal.
Think about like that whole, the gay vote that got, you know, fucking, they took it down. Think about that. That changed.
I mean,
and they celebrated. Yeah. The Confederate flag is gone from NASCAR. That's changed, bro. It's little bit, Brian, but it's a start. Yeah. And at least you can say in your lifetime, the Confederate flag is gone from NASCAR.
Yeah.
And that was something big that should have been banned a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
It starts small, Brian. You don't see it, but it's there. It's there. But yes, I agree with you. We won't fully see it. We'll be dead by then. But at least get your conscience saying you tried it. You did try it for your son.
Yeah, and I've always said that, and I do say that. Like I'm it's not because I'm trying, it's just who I am now. I'm not trying to be this person. No, this is who I am now, and this is what I think is right. So it's not really, I mean, I guess it was a change at one point because, you know, I became wiser. My girl taught me the world the way she sees it from her eyes, and I agreed with this. So yeah, I guess there is the change, but my thing is like, you know, it's what I'm saying. It's like, is it good? Like, is it going to be enough? I hope it is. That's all I can say.
As long as, hey, man, the best way to say it is, hey, just do the best you can for Bastion. That's it.
And on that note, fool, let's take a shot. Fuck
Bill,
racism.
Get over here. You're going to take a shot too, guys. I just want to say,
to end this,
Bill has been a long time for us.
Sorry about that whole shit too, guys.
You're fine. You're good. You're speaking your mind, bro.
My thing about that whole thing is that, you know, I don't like to even speak like that about my dad. It's just, you know, I don't want to put like that kind of connotation on him, you know, making him seem like, yo, his dad's racist. And
yeah, let me say.
I don't think he is at all.
Yeah. Hey, hi everybody. Hey, Spill Me for Frijoles 2, season 2. It's freaking going to be incredible. I've personally met Brian's dad several times. We're friends. I love him. I'm closer to his age than you, obviously. Your dad's not racist.
Yeah.
It's a far cry from that. Your dad has experienced the world in a different light.
Yeah.
So he has things in his background, just like I do, that he went through, but he evolved and he brought you up not to be racist.
Or to not really like get mad at that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Your dad's done an amazing job. You put your dad in a great light. He brought you up. He's bringing up an incredible grandson. He's an amazing guy. And you've come full circle in such a short time from different opinions about change.
Yeah.
We are witnessing, guys, here today, some change.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
Sure.
Yeah. Shout out.
Cheers to season 2.
To change. Hopefully it
Like I
happens.
said,
You guys.
Cheers.
Salud. Thank you guys.
Told
as
you guys.
always.
Told you guys there would be drama. There'd be everything.
That's spilling the frijoles.
Spilling the frijoles. This is spilling the frijoles.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We're take this and we're out, guys. Thank you guys.
Phenomenal.